be careful, man, where you getting your content from, because you know, what I call them the dream stealers. They're out there. I see them working. You know, Bali has so many beautiful trees and so much beautiful nature and so many beautiful plants. I just want to say that I'm thoroughly enjoying Canggu, Bali, as I always do. I'll be leaving here, going to back to Bangkok in another 2 days. But I just want to say something about all this content I'm seeing about you know, Thailand. Once again, I'm seeing this overload of people complaining about you know, the prices and the cost of things and how people are leaving. Let me just give you a little bit of extra perspective and maybe a different point of view on things, right? I'm gonna give you a little opportunity within this and why I'm in such a rush to get back to Thailand when I saw this. Because actually somebody just notified me, a Chinese owner actually, which is usually very hard. Anybody that buys condos in Thailand knows it's usually hard to get communication with the Chinese owners. But one just recently got back to me that I've been trying to get in contact with about a condo I wanted to look at to buy for about the last 8 months. But that gets back to the point I'm about to make. You got to realize, if prices are up in Thailand to where people are going there less, obviously with tourism and people that were living there leaving or so on and so forth, you have to look at it as opportunity. If you're a person in America or any country like that right now and you're considering moving to Thailand, right now is the opportunity time. You got to realize this is like the best time to come to get deals on anything. Condos, you can talk deals down now, because you got to realize with the prices being higher and less people being there, now they have to lower prices. So this is the opportunity time, which is why I'm going back there and I'm going to look at a lot of condos to buy. I just got another one in Hua Hin. The guy, he wanted 30,000 baht for it, and I love the location there because it's near my other condo I have in Hua Hin. And I always looked at it and I was like, that's cool. And now, since he hasn't had it rented in a while, he dropped all the way down to 15,000 baht. So now that's another property rental that I've acquired. I don't own it, it's a rental that I've acquired. Got the lawyer to draw up the paperwork, got that discounted price because it's desperation. When less travelers are coming and prices are like that, landlords are going to get desperate and they're going to want to rent out. So think of it as an opportunity time, not a negative thing. You see all these broke expats complaining, and they need to be the main ones quiet right now while prices are high. Because when prices are high, that means opportunity. That means you have opportunity, because landlords will get desperate. The ones that are Russian owned, the ones that are owned from people in Malaysia, China, all those places, they're going to get desperate and want to rent these places out. They're going to need, they have these places to be rented out. They need to make money off these places, especially a person with multiple units that are not occupied. So do your due diligence right now, and now's the time to where you can get an excellent deal on a condo price. Somebody that might have wanted 30,000 baht, now you can negotiate it down maybe to 20,000 baht if they haven't been getting anybody to occupy that space. If they wanted 15,000 baht, now you can get it to 10,000 baht or maybe even lower. So look at this as opportunity time. And you know, all the broke expats are the ones financially deprived that came out to Thailand out of desperation financially, which are not all, but it's many. If you're one of those expats, you need to keep quiet and look at this as opportunity time. This is really the best thing that could have ever happened for you. Prices going up, because people unlike you that always came to Thailand to spend money will never be affected by this. If you're upper middle class or something like that, coming from definitely the Western countries, America for sure, you're not going to notice this. And people from the Middle East that travel there, from like Malaysia and Qatar and all that stuff, they're not going to notice it because they normally come with extreme wealth. But with the prices being up and less people being there, this is the best time. You'll notice that like even the local places you're going to get food from, or the restaurants regular, they're going to have to go down on prices. Excuse me. The restaurants in Thailand, in Bangkok and all that, they're going to have to go down on prices. Or even in some of the island areas, you know, Koh Samui or Phuket, eventually the prices will have to go down. And areas like Phuket that are Russian dominated, like most of the ownership there is Russian. So sooner or later, they will negotiate them prices down if less Russian people start showing up as well. You have to look at that. A lot of this depends on which people are showing up less. And as I mentioned in the video prior to this one, Chinese travelers travel here the most, followed by people from Malaysia. So when you look at that demographic, it's going to open up opportunities for sure, because Chinese people own a lot of things in Thailand. They do a lot of business there. And like I say, they definitely own a lot of condos, specifically in Bangkok. So you can definitely have opportunity there, because they're going to want to rent these places out if they're not being occupied, for sure. It's more opportunity. One of my condos is in the business area in Bangkok called Chilom. So I was there last time I was in Thailand, and I didn't notice less people there. Those are mainly people that own their condos there. Chitlom is one of the best, most expensive areas in Bangkok. And I haven't seen, and my neighbor to the left of me and the right of me and in my condo building, they're both there and they stay there all the time. They live there. So most of the people you're going to see leaving are going to be people that were here short term. So if you're a person here on an expat budget and you're trying to be living as cheap as possible in Thailand, which I don't know why you would do. If you care about prices, the price difference in Thailand is so small to where I don't even know why people mention it. But especially if you're coming from a developed country or the West, I can understand why local Thais might see it as higher prices, because obviously it would affect them more. But I just don't see it. I think right now the Thai baht is for $100 is I think 3,200 baht or something like that, close to 3,200 baht. So the rupiah is doing pretty well. In Indonesia, you're still doing pretty well on that. And in Malaysia, the ringgit is still pretty strong too. If you're looking for the cheap places, you should have been looking for places like Vietnam. Vietnam always been cheaper. So, with more people developing these things and with it becoming more developed, that should help you too if you're in Thailand and living on a lower budget with low amounts of money and you're not making more money, because more people are going to go to Vietnam. Da Nang is very developed. I've been there. Ho Chi Minh, Hanoi. I love Hanoi, a beautiful place. Cambodia is more developed. People are going there. You have the Philippines, it might be Manila, might be Angeles, multiple different places there that I've been, to where it can draw competition to Thailand, which it is if you're looking at the statistics. But I just want to speak to the fact of I don't know why so many expats, especially the ones on budgets in Thailand, are so concerned about this and being so loud about people leaving and not coming as much, because they should look at it as opportunity, as well as people that have money. If you're not broke and you're not poor and you already were doing things and you have business and you have money, right now Thailand's about to get very beautiful for you, because they're going to have to lower prices. They don't have the option to just not be making money, so they're going to have to lower prices as money comes in less. And even for you dudes that are here for your sexual tourism, it'll benefit you, because they'll have to drop prices too if you're one of these men running around traveling the planet Earth just looking for women to pay. This is going to even benefit them, which Thailand is a sex tourism place. We have to recognize that Thailand is a sex tourism place, so the prices on that will even come down. So, I just want to keep that in mind for people, give you an alternative perspective on something. When I see things pop up a lot on my feed, which I get a lot of information from Thailand and different countries I've lived or traveled to, because, I look at a lot of that stuff. So the algorithm is going to send that to me. So I'm just seeing this overwhelming flood of, expats claiming people aren't. Why should you still come? Yeah, you should still come, especially if you were lower income or had less money or were thinking you had to save a lot of money. Now is your opportunity, especially coming from America. Believe me, it will still be, if you're from a big city, New York, Boston, LA, San Francisco, Philadelphia, any major city where you were living a good life and paying money, you're going to still be doing it way better in Thailand for way less money. It's not comparable, at all. You're not going to notice. I don't know surprises, but then again, I didn't come here poor, and I'm not poor, and I'm trying to make money every day I wake up. But I say that to say, back to the point, if you're seeing all these videos talking about how it's more expensive in Thailand, this is the time to come if you are a person trying to budget. So like I say, when I leave here in Bali, 2 days from now and I go back to Bangkok, I'm looking at all the condos I can look at to buy, because I know prices will go down. I have all the negotiating power. Think about it like this. In Thailand, they always had a low season and a high season. Right now, to put it in layman's terms, which are the simplest form, you can now have the opportunity of it being like it's low season all the time. High season used to represent the time when the most tourism was there, the most revenue was coming in from that, so the prices were high. They were inflated, actually, because there was more people there to spend the money. Low season represented a time when there was less money coming in because tourism was down. So right now, with tourism being down, look at it like it's a big low season. And this is the opportunity. This is how your mind needs to be thinking. And you got to remember, a lot of these YouTubers are not business people, so they don't know how to look at opportunity and seize it. A lot of these people were destitute or poor or struggling before they left America and became now these advisors or experts due to YouTube subscribers, which doesn't make them an expert. Don't get me wrong, get your money, do what you do, but I'm just providing an alternative thinking mindset for that. So look at it like this. You can either sit home or sit in Thailand right now, wondering why people are leaving and how the prices are going up, or you can be smart and look at it as an opportunity. And believe me, it's an opportunity. Believe me, like I said earlier, when I started this video, this Chinese man, usually I liaison all my condo contact through my Thai lawyer, and he speaks Chinese as well as English and Thai. So when they talk to Chinese owners, puts a barrier up between me and the Chinese person, so they feel more comfortable doing business with them. I've been using that trick. But now one of the Chinese owners that I've been trying to get in contact with for probably like 8 months, he finally reached out to me like just last night. Now he wants to have dialogue. Why is that? Because the opportunity. Now it's less competition, less options. The desperation will set in. And with desperation comes opportunity for those that position themselves in the right place. And if you're an American, if you're in Thailand, even if you're lower income considered from America, meaning you're looking at the price of, I don't know what you're looking at. Maybe your food went up from 100 baht to 150 baht, and that bothers your pockets. You need to be looking at an opportunity. Keep patient, and you'll get opportunities to be very cheap, like you want to live. If you just wait it out, because places will get desperate, and what they need money. They have to make baht in Thailand. So I just wanted to give that perspective. You all a little different perspective, different way to look at it. And like I said, I'm be leaving in Indonesia. I'm still enjoying myself, still sweating out t-shirts, doing me, man, loving life. Keep traveling, keep doing what you do.